I'm live. Hey, YouTube. Hey, Instagram. We're going to get started here in a few minutes. Just going to let some people mosey their way in. Hey, Jen. It is Wednesday. It's a little cloudy, but still pretty nice here in Nashville. Temperature is still, I think, in the 70s, so that's nice. So, today we are going to do just like a regular vinyasa flow. I wanted to do a few arm things. Again, I had a class, I guess it's been like 3 weeks ago now, that I did on the live stream that's also on my YouTube. That was targeting arms, and that one's been doing fairly well on my YouTube channel, so I figured I would go ahead and do another one. It's been a couple of weeks. I think it's time to get back into the arms. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to wait one more minute before we begin. How's everybody feeling? Getting a little cabin fever, a little stir crazy? Yeah, I know that I am. I'm feeling a little, I'm ready for life to get back to what it was, but trying to do my best to respect this quarantine. It's definitely important to keep distance and protect ourselves. So we're still doing it. I'm still doing these live streams to give everyone at home an opportunity to take some time, focus on self-care, even in these moments of stress. I think it's so important to do that. So, all right, so we're going to get started. So, coming to your mat. So, finding a comfortable space in your house, coming to your mat, and lying flat down on your back. Just make sure that your shoulders are kind of squeezing towards each other just slightly to get that neutral upper back. Let your chin be perpendicular to your throat. I keep thinking I'm going to turn the other way to do this, so we're going to start this direction. So maybe take some nice inhales through the nose and a sigh out the mouth. Do that as many times as you need. Deep inhale through the nose. And a nice sigh out the mouth. Just letting your breath start to quiet down. Really trying to focus on creating really long inhales and really long exhales. Really long inhales. Trying to control and slowly release the exhale. Just continue breathing here like this. Noticing how it feels to slow your breath down. How does it affect your body? How does that affect the thoughts in the mind? See if you can start to simplify your thoughts and take an opportunity here to focus in on setting an intention. So think about something that you're working on and just dedicate this class to that intention. So try to narrow it down to 1 or 2 words. Slowly start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Roll out your wrists and ankles. Just stretch your arms back over your head. Find a full body stretch. Maybe a nice yawn in. And a sigh out. And then pulling the knees into the chest. Bringing the hands to the knees. Just start to rock side to side. Massaging the low back and sacrum. And then letting the knees drop over to the left side of the body. Keep your right shoulder planted down into the earth. Nice little twist here. Good. On your next inhale, take the knees up through center and then drop them over to the right. Keep that left shoulder planted down. A nice gentle twist here. Breathing into the spaces where you feel the sensation. Good. Inhale, bringing the knees back in. Taking the hands behind the knees here. Start to rock and roll along the length of the spine. So take about 3 or 4 rocks. And on that third or fourth rock, just come into a boat pose. So just kind of find that little balance point. You might have to keep your toes down. So from here, maybe you can lift the legs. Maybe you'd like to release the hands. Maybe you're going to work towards straightening the legs, but don't let that low back dip. Hold it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Cross the ankles. See if you can roll over the knees. If you can't roll over the knees, then just knock the feet out from underneath you. We're going to meet in a tabletop position. So from tabletop position, just take a few rounds of breath to just kind of move around instinctually. So kind of squirming the body around, shifting the hips and the shoulders. While you do this, I'm going to pull up my clock. I always forget to do that every single time. So just moving around, feeling good in these movements, opening the back body, opening the front body, just really getting movement that you need. Good. And then these movements are going to start to just naturally move into cat-cows. So you tilt the tailbone up, drop the belly, pull the chest to the arms. Inhale. Exhale, pressing and rounding through the back. Inhale, pull the heart through. Exhale, pressing and round. Good, one more. Inhale, pull the heart through. Exhale, pressing and round. Good, come back to a neutral tabletop. Inhale the left arm up. Exhale, weave the left hand behind the right. So thread the needle, come down onto the left shoulder, let your head relax down. You can press into your right hand to stack the right shoulder on top of the left. Breathing right behind the left scapula. Good, and then inhale, make your way back up. On your next inhale, take that right arm up, look up. Exhale, weave the right hand behind the left, coming onto your right shoulder. You can press into the left hand to stack the left shoulder and breathe right behind your right scapula. Good, and then inhale, pressing yourself back up to tabletop. Walk your hands about 2 handprints forward. Flip the toes, lift the hips and the knees, coming into downward facing dog. Pedal out your feet. Stretch through the ankles and the calves. Stretch behind the toes by coming up onto the toes. Bend the knees, reach the chest towards the thighs. And then lifting the hips, reaching the heels down. Find a few breaths of stillness in this downward facing dog. Good. Inhale, walking the feet forward to the top of the mat. Find a ragdoll. Grab opposite elbows, shake it out. Make sure you're not holding in the jaw. Make sure your forehead is releasing. Good, and then releasing the hands. Inhale, find a halfway lift, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, press your hands down, step yourself all the way back to a plank pose. So stacking the shoulders over the wrist, reach the heels back, look about a foot in front of you. And then from here, drop the knees for a low plank. So keep those toes lifted so that you can feel yourself kind of roll forward on the knees. And then we're going to take 5 low plank chaturangas. So hinge the elbows back. Try to get those shoulders in line with the elbows. 1, press back up. Exhale, 2, up. Exhale, 3, up. Exhale, 4, up. Exhale, 5. And then come all the way down onto your belly. Bringing the fingertips to the outside corners of the mat, finding gecko pose. So lifting up and rolling the shoulders in one at a time. Roll it out, roll it, roll it out, roll it. Good. And then coming into seal pose by bringing the hands down, lifting up. Try to relax the bottom ribs, try to relax the glutes, pull the chest through the arms. Good, and then slowly releasing down, bring the hands under the shoulders, tuck the toes, see if you can press yourself up to plank, and then back to down dog. Pedal out your feet. Inhale the right leg up. Exhale, step the foot through. Drop the back knee, untuck the back toes. Good. So feeling that right knee stack over the ankle, reach the arms forward, lifting up. Elbows come to cactus. Lift the chest up. Good. Inhale, back up. Exhale, sit the hips back. Straighten through that right leg. Half split. Good. We're going to move through that a couple of times. So inhale, bending into the knee. Reach the hands forward and up. Exhale, open the chest. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, sit the hips back. Good. Inhale, bending into the knee. Reach the arms forward and up. Exhale, open the chest. Inhale, reach back up. Exhale, sit the hips back. One more time. Inhale, bending into the knee. Reach the hands up. Exhale, open the chest. Inhale, lift. Exhale, sit back. Hold here in this half split. Good. Bring that left hand down. You can come to a block if you need or come up onto the fingertips and lift the right arm up. A little twist. Good. Exhale, bring the right hand down. Left arm up, twist. Good. Exhale, bringing that hand down, bending back into the knee. Plant the hands, step back, plank. Drop the knees. Low plank chaturangas for 5. Up. 4. Up. 3. Up. 2. Up. 1. All the way down onto the belly. Tops of the feet to the mat. Little to no weight in the hands. Inhale for cobra. Pull the heart through. Exhale. Inhale, cobra. Pull the heart through. Exhale down. One more. Inhale, pull the heart through. Exhale down. Tuck the toes, press yourself up to plank and back to down dog. Inhale the left leg up. Exhale, step the foot through to a lunge. Drop the back knee, untuck the toes. Make sure this left knee stacked over the ankle. Reaching the arms forward. Inhale, lifting up. Bending the elbows. Exhale, lift the chest. Inhale, back up. Exhale, sit the hips back for half split. We're going to flow through that a couple of times. Inhale, bending into the knee. Reach the arms forward, lifting up. Exhale, open the chest. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, sit back, half split. Inhale, bending into the knee, reach the arms forward and up. Exhale, lift the chest, elbows out. Inhale, exhale, sit back. One more time. Inhale, bending into the knee, reach the hands forward and up. Exhale, lift the chest. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, sit the hips back. Holding here. Ardha Hanumanasana. Good, right fingertips to the earth. Lift the left arm. Getting into this IT band on the outside of that left leg. Good, exhale, drop the left hand. Open up the right. Good, exhale, drop the right hand. Bending into the knee, plant the hands, step back. High plank. So option here to do high plank chaturanga or low plank chaturanga. We're going to do 5 of them. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, rock forward. Hinge. Chaturanga. 1. Exhale. 2. 3. 4. 5. Now come all the way down. Tops of the feet to the mat. Little to no weight in the hands. Inhale, cobra. Exhale. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, down. This time, inhaling, lifting up, straighten the arms, lift the quads, pull the heart through, up, down. Exhale, down, dog. Take a deep inhale through your nose. Open the mouth, exhale. Inhale, look between the hands. Exhale, slowly walk yourself forward. Uttanasana. Big toes to touch. Sit back in your chair. Inhale up. Utkatasana. Sitting your hips back and down. So bring the hands parallel to the earth. Come up onto the toes. Get lower, hover. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay on the toes, straighten the legs, lift the arms up. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, heels down, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, press the hands into the mat, step back. You can take your flow, or you can go straight to down dog. It's your choice. Good, inhale the right leg up, bend the knee, stack the hip. Roll out that ankle. Roll out your hip, take your knee, draw big giant circles. Full range of motion in your hip. And then level hip, flex the foot down, straighten the leg, inhale. Exhale, step the foot through. Inhale up, high lunge. Good, so lifting up on that back heel, bending deep into that right knee. Don't let yourself spill forward in the pelvis. So feel this slight little tuck. So you feel opening here. And then active arms. Good, sink a little deeper. Reach the arms back. So actively engage your back muscles by squeezing the palms towards each other. And then launch into warrior 3. Holding here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. With control, landing as lightly as you can. Back to that high lunge. Take a deep inhale. Exhale, rotate open. Warrior 2. So level the hips. Feel this external rotation from the hip joint. Bending deep into the knee. Active arms, gaze over the right middle finger. Flip the right palm. Inhale, reverse warrior. Up and back. Breathing into that right side body. Good. Exhale for extended side angle. So reach and then shift the arms. Right elbow down. Left arm up. Opening through the chest. Good. Inhale, reverse warrior. This time, take a half bind around the low back. See if you can grip the right quad. Start to straighten through the right leg. Exhale, reach forward. Right hand down. Left arm up. Triangle pose. Maybe a slight little bend in this knee if you tend to hyperextend. Hyperextension is if you were to straighten the legs so much that the joint would start to bend the opposite way. It's very subtle, but if you do that, just a little bend to control and protect the joint. Good, reaching that left arm over the head, spiral the chest down, walking the hands all the way over to the left foot, Skandasana. Good, so stretching through that inner right thigh. If you want a little challenge, you can try to bring the palms together at the heart. Good. Walking the hands over to the right. Pivot the right toes out, left heel up. Heel toe that right foot out and up. Or runner's lunge. Drop the back knee, untuck the back toes. So keep this right knee stacked over the ankle. So sometimes I see people have their foot back like this. So walk your foot up and then walk it out a little bit to get this lateral movement from the hip. And then shoulders stack over the wrist and just hang out here. Rock and side to side. Pivot your right toes out. Bring that right hand to the inner thigh. Start to rock open. If you feel any pulling or pressure in your knee joint, don't rock open. Keep it protected. Flexing and coming to the outside edge of that right foot. Good, bringing that knee back in. Keep those toes pivoting out. Untuck the back toes, lift the back knee, and then step the left foot wide, coming into Malasana squat. So you might put a block or something underneath the sits bones. You want to sit on a pillow or a book or something. And then just try to feel the weight of your hips. Actively pressing the palms together to strengthen the wrist. Use those elbows to open the inner thighs. Feel like you're pulling your chest through the arms. And then reaching the crown of the head up. Good, so imagine that there is a pole coming down from the sky, shooting straight through the crown of your head, down through the spine and out through those sits bones. So you've got this nice pole you're on. You're gonna try to stay on this pole and slowly inhale, start to rise up. When you get to the top, squeeze your glutes and then exhale, come back down to that squat. Good, inhale, rise up. Exhale, back down. Two more, inhale, rise up. Exhale, back down. One more inhale, rise up. Exhale, back down. Good, bring the hands in front of you. You can let the head round in. Lift the hips, heel to the feet. Hip width this and shake it out for a moment. Good. Big toes to touch. A little space between the heels. Sit back in your chair. Inhale up. Utkatasana. Good, swing back and down. Hands parallel to the earth. Come up onto the toes, get low. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Start to rise up. Lift the arms up. Inhale. And then exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, press the hands into the mat. Step or foot back. You can take your flow. Chaturanga. Up dog. You're always welcome to skip it to pace yourself. Good, inhale the left leg up, bend the knees, stack the hip. Roll out the ankle. Roll out the hip. Good, level the hip, straighten the leg, flex the toes down. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, step the foot through. Inhale up. High lunge, Anjaneyasana. Coming up high on those back toes, sinking deep in the front knee. Make sure you're not spilling the pelvis forward, so feel the slight tuck to protect the low back. Good, reach the chest forward, the arms back, active through the back muscles. Squeeze the palms towards each other. Launching in. Warrior 3. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale back to Anjaneyasana. Exhale, rotate open. Warrior two. Feel these hip rotators here. Squeeze to level the hips. Feel this rolling open those inner thighs. Active arms, gaze over the left middle finger. Flip the left palm. Inhale, reverse warrior. Breathing into the left side body. Exhale, extended side angle. Left elbow down, right arm up. Inhale, reverse again, this time half bind. See if you can bring your hand either to the low back, maybe you can grip the quad. Start to straighten through the left leg. Reaching forward. Left hand down. Right arm up. Trikonasana. Again, mindful of this knee. You're not hyperextending. You feel the external rotation. Good, right arm goes over your head. Spin the chest down. Walking the hands over to the right, Skandasana. Stretching to the left hamstring. If you want a little challenge, you can come up, palms together at the heart. Good, walking the hands back over to the left. Pivot the right heel up, heel toe that left foot out and up to keep the knee stacked. Dropping the hands. So this leg from the hip joint should be going out to the left a little bit. So if you draw a line from the hip to the knee, it'd be kind of at a diagonal. So it's not straight forward, it's a little bit out. That lateral movement away from the midline of the body is targeting some of your hip flexors.
I know, but you don't know off the top of your head.
Good, and then pivoting the left toes out. If this feels okay on your knee, start to rock open, getting into the hip rotators here. Make sure you're not sinking into your shoulders, so lift up and out of your shoulders. Good, so bringing the knee back in, keep these toes pivoting out. Untuck the back toes, lift the back knee, and then step that right foot forward. Malasana squat. Remember, you can put your seat on something so that you can feel. So a lot of times, you feel yourself kind of going forward like this. So having something to sit on or just trying to put a little more weight back into the heels can help lengthen through the spine. Feeling that release on the low back. Try to soften through your hip creases. And then 4 times we're going to stand up, squat back down. So at the top, you squeeze your butt. So inhale, standing up, squeeze, exhale, down. Inhale, squeeze, exhale, down. 2 more, inhale, squeeze, exhale, down. Inhale, squeeze, exhale, down. Good. Bring the hands in front of you, lift the hips, heel toe the feet back together, shake it out. Good. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to the mat, step back to a plank. Let's get into those shoulders a little bit. So come down onto the left forearm, down onto the right, up onto the right, up onto the left. Now switch. Down onto the right, down onto the left, up onto the left, up onto the right. Again, left, right, right, left, right, left, left, right. One more time. Left, right, left, right, right, left, left, right. I switched it. Drop the knees. Sit back. Take a child's pose. Take a moment to reconnect with your breath here. So try to find those long inhales and long exhales. Remind yourself of what your intention was that we set at the beginning of class, so that you can find that source of motivation to help you make it through the rest of class. So when you're ready, you press yourself in to down dog. Inhale your right leg up. Exhale, take the knee over to the left tricep. See if you can straighten the leg and thread it through. From here, you're gonna take that right hand in towards the midline. Open up the left. You're gonna rock onto the inside edge of that left foot. Maybe you can lift the right foot. Maybe you take your hand to the outside edge of the right foot. Good. With control, see if you can inhale back to three-legged dog. And then exhale, step the foot through. Good. From here, walk the left foot forward, plant the heel, pyramid pose, hinging over the hips. Good. Bending into the right knee, lift the left leg, standing splits. See if you can walk one or both hands around the calf of the ankle, forehead towards the shin. Good. Bending the left knee, bending the right knee. Squat down. Good. Inhale, kick it back up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Good. This time, bend the knee into the belly. And see if you can come up to standing. Taking that shin up into the belly. Good. Standing strong here. And your exhale, take that foot back. Tap the knee. Inhale back up. Pulling it in. Exhale, reach it back. Tap the knee. Inhale, pull it in. Good. One more time. Exhale. Tap it back. This time, inhale. Sit back in your chair. Take that left foot around. Left elbow underneath the right. Eagle. Good. Sitting back and down. Keeping the bind of the arms. Rise up. Step the foot back. Lifting the elbows up. And release the arms. Inhale. Exhale, left hand down, right arm up. Rock onto the outside edges of the feet. Step the right foot on top of the left. Lift the hips up. Good. Exhale, drop the right hand. Drop the knees. Sit back. Hands move. That was a lot. Catch your breath. When you feel nice and ready, pressing yourself back, down dog. Inhale the left leg up. Exhale, knee to the left tricep. Straighten the leg, thread it through. Left hand in towards the midline, open the right arm. Rock onto the inside edge of the right foot. Maybe you lift the foot, maybe grab the outside edge. Good. With control. Back to three-legged dog. Exhale, step the foot through. Walk the right foot up a little bit to connect the heel, pyramid pose. Good. Bending into the left knee, lift the right. Standing splits. Good. Bend the right knee. Tuck it behind the left, bending both knees. Inhale up. Exhale, bend. Inhale up. Exhale, bend. Inhale up. This time, bending the knee into the belly. Standing up. Balancing with that leg. Interlace the fingers around the shin. Good. Exhale, step it back. Tap the knee. Inhale, bring it forward. Exhale, step it back. Tap the knee. Inhale forward. One more exhale, step it back. Tap the knee, transitioning into eagle. Rocking forward, bend the knees. Right knee around the left, right elbow under the right, left. Good, sinking back and down, find your balance. Good, lifting up, stepping the foot back, keep the arms. Inhale. Exhale, release. Inhale here. Exhale, right hand down, left arm up. Rock onto the outside edges of the feet. Step. Left foot back on top of the right. Hold it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands down. Drop the knees. Sit back. Child's pose. Find your breath. Good. So we're going to do one more shoulder and arm strengthener. Then we're going to start to cool down. So coming forward onto your forearms, get your shoulders stacking over the elbows. So you can interlace your hands, you can bring the palms down, whichever feels better. And then tuck the toes, lift the hips, walking the feet forward. So try to keep your elbows shoulder width distance. This is dolphin pose. So from here, see if you can lift the right leg and hold it for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release the right, lift the left, hold it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Now we're going to take our chin towards our thumbs. So inhale, 1. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, going to 10, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hold it forward. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop the knees. Sit back. Take a moment. If you want to bring the knees together, take the arms around the side, maybe forehead to a block, and breathe. Good. Woo! Making myself sweat. All right, so we're gonna start to cool down. So press yourself into down dog. We're gonna inhale for pigeon on the right side. So take your right knee up towards the right wrist, this ankle. It might be tucked in, but you're kind of working it up towards the left wrist. Extend the leg back, tops of the feet down. Checking in with your knee. If you need to put some props underneath that right hip to lift yourself up so that your hips are level, do that. If your knee hurts you, you can flex the foot. You can always bend the back knee and turn this into deer pose. If you need to come over onto your back and turn this into reclined pigeon, do that. So make sure you feel this at the thickest part, those hip rotators, not at your knee. Probably also feel a little bit on the top of the left thigh. So wherever you're at, finding some stillness, resting down over the leg. And just breathing, letting gravity, time, and your breath do the work here. Slowly start to make your way up. Using your arm strength to kind of slide yourself back into tabletop. So take your time, you can extend the leg, shake it out. And when you feel ready, back to down dog. And then taking the left knee towards the left wrist, ankle up towards the right, extending the leg back, check in with your knee. If you need to modify the pose, modify it. When you're ready, folding down. So that was a pretty tough couple flows. So it usually takes, it's like not tomorrow, but the next day you'll feel sore. So that's Friday. Friday at 11:30, I'm doing a restorative class. So you might be feeling Friday at 11:30 that you really need more long holding, stretching, relaxing type yoga. And that's what I'll be doing. So that's my weekly schedule now here for the Facebook Live or the Instagram Lives. Is Wednesday, we're doing flow. Friday, restorative. So inhale, slowly start to press up. This time you're just gonna rock onto the left hip, swoop the right leg in front, and just take the legs out long and shake it out. Now we're gonna take a straddle fold. So take your legs wide. If you have tight hamstrings, so if this is really tough for you to stay nice and tall in the spine, then you lift yourself up by sitting on a pillow, blanket, block, anything you have to just elevate the hips so it takes the pressure off the hamstrings and you can find where your edge is with the capacity of flexibility. So when you find a space where you can be comfortable in your back, you can either stay here really working on opening. If you need a little more depth, you can start to hinge from the hips, folding forward. But don't let yourself roll back on the sits bones. So if you can feel those bony points at the bottom of the pelvis, imagine that you're just kind of rolling forward on them. And just breathing here. Good, walking your hands over to the right. Frame the leg with the hands. Try to twist through your torso, square off your shoulders to the leg, and then exhale, hinging and folding over the right leg. So you might feel this in this low back, this QL muscle. If you want to bend the knee a little bit to try to really feel that low back, you can. Good, and then you're going to start to spin the chest. Take that right hand to the inside of the right leg. Lift the left arm up and reach it over. So maybe you slide the right hand down. Maybe you can cup the heel. And just look up. Keep that left sit bone here down. Good, and then on your inhale, rising up. We're just gonna go into that side body stretch right on the left side. So left hand to the inner left leg, right arm lifts up and reaches over. Again, this right sit bone stays rooted. Breathing into that side body. And then start to spin the chest down, framing the left leg, twist through the torso, and then hinge and fold. Good, and then walking the hands through the midline, folding over. Good, And rising back up. Taking the hands behind the knees, rolling back. Take the legs in front of you and just shake it out. Good, so we're gonna make our way onto our belly. Since we did some shoulder and arm work, we're gonna really get into stretching those out. So take the left hand in front of you. Take your right arm, cross it under. So you might keep your shoulders square and just fold over here. If you feel like you want a little more through the shoulder, you can take this left hand and cross it over the right. So try to get your body up and over the arms. This can be really intense. So if this just feels too intense, you can just keep that left arm over. But you're not rolling over on your side like this. You're trying to keep that left shoulder down and square. So wherever feels good to have both arms crossed or just one arm, you're just gonna relax the body over the arms, breathing into the spaces that you feel it. Every inhale you feel kind of intensity, expansion. Every exhale you feel release, relief. Be mindful not to clench your teeth here. So that jaw over the arm might cause you to clench your teeth a little. So use just a little bit of your neck strength to take that pressure off the jaw so you have a little space between the teeth. Maybe shift your jaw left or right. Good, lifting the head, unwinding the arms one at a time. Just take an ear to the mat, let those shoulders roll down, and breathe. Good, lifting the head up. This time opposite side, so take the right arm out long, take your left arm, palm up. I didn't say that on the other side, palm up. Thread it underneath. So keep your shoulders square. You can fold right over here, or you can take your right arm and also cross it over. If you want a little more, you can kind of wiggle walk your body up and over the arms, and then relax over the arms as best you can. If you want to bring something for your head to rest on, you can grab a pillow or a block. And again, make sure you're not clenching your jaw or your teeth. And just breathe here. Feel the sensation on the inhale, the relief on the exhale. Good, lifting the head, unwinding the arms. This time take the opposite ear to the mat. Breathe. Good. So coming into whale pose, take your left arm either out to a T, so it's right in line with the shoulder. If you want a little more intensity, you can take cactus arms. So you can try it out both ways, see which one you prefer, cactus or T. And then you're going to take your right hand underneath that shoulder, and then you're going to roll over onto the left arm. So with this cactus arm, when I roll over, I find that I have to kind of scooch my arm out a little bit. So just kind of adjust so that you feel this stretching through the shoulder, maybe across the pec. You can take that left foot behind you, or that right foot behind you. And then maybe the right arm wants to come up and around to a low bind or half bind. If you prefer to just keep it forward, you can. And slowly rolling back onto your belly. We're going right into it on the opposite side. So right arm either out to a T or cactus arms. Left hand underneath you, rolling over onto that right arm. So So that left foot can come behind you. You can keep your hand down or you can take it up and around for that half bind. And just find your breath. Good, and then rolling back onto your belly. Just take a moment, stack the palms, bring forward the fingers. Good, and then bring the hands underneath the shoulders, pressing up. You're gonna make your way onto your seat. Center of the mat, come down onto your back. Take the soles of the feet together, knees wide. Bring your hands to your low belly. Relaxing through your chest. Just let your instinctual breath, that diaphragm breathing kick in. So as you inhale, you feel the belly rise up into the hands. As you exhale, you feel it lower. Inhale, the belly rises up. Exhale, the belly lowers. A few more rounds just like this, really feeling the steady, full breath. Good. Using the hands to pull the knees together. Extend the left leg long. Pull the right knee in. Take a deep inhale. Squeeze. Exhale for supine twist. Take the knee across the body. Right arm out. Good. Inhale, pull the right knee back in. Pull the left knee to meet it, to rock side to side. And then extend the right leg. Squeezing the left knee in on an inhale. And then exhale, supine twist the opposite side. Take the knee across the body. Left arm goes out. Good. Inhale, pulling the knees back in. Taking a happy baby, take the knees wide. Reaching for the outside edges of the feet. Like they're gonna step on the ceiling. Pull the knees down towards the armpits. If you need to move your hands down the legs a little bit, you can. Just try to relax the head and relax the low back. Good, and then inhale, squeeze everything in nice and tight. And then exhale, releasing everything long, finding your final Shavasana. Allowing yourself these final moments to just rest and be still. Letting everything just process and settle. So you're more than welcome to stay in the Shavasana as long as you'd like. But when you feel nice and ready, slowly start to deepen your breath, wiggling your fingers and your toes, the wrists and the ankles. Stretching the arms back behind the head, take a full body stretch. And then pulling the knees into the chest. And rolling over to your side, finding fetal position, just curled up cozy for a moment. Take a moment to feel gratitude. And when you're ready, just slowly start to drag yourself up to a seat. Crossing the legs, bringing the palms together at your heart. The teacher and the light in me honors, respects, and sees the teacher and the light in you. Namaste. Yay. Thank you so much for tuning in. I love having you guys. I posted my schedule on my Instagram, so if you want to come see me again, you can come Friday. I want this to be free and open to anyone who wants to come. If you do feel inclined, you can send me a Venmo for a donation. It's at Erica-Porter. So thanks again. I'll see you guys on Friday. Have a good rest of your Wednesday.